Dua Per Gimel Mishnah Aleph, first Mishnah in the third chapter of Masechet Ketubot. We're going to talk about a new topic, okay, which is the topic of knas. Knas is the fine that a person has to pay for having a relationship with the betulah and then depriving the father of the money that he would get for marrying off a betulah. So as we've learned that a person who marries a betulah, the money that he gets is 200 zuz, which is the equivalent of 50 shekel, 50 kesef in the Torah. So 200 zuz in the times of Rabbanan was the same amount of money. So now we're going to talk about the case of ones, of rape, and I just want to preface this by saying that so the values displayed here express a very different value than something that we're accustomed to in today's society. So we'll read the psukim and you'll see what I mean. Ki yimtza ish na'ara betula asher lo arasa, utfasa v'shachav ima v'nimtza'u. If a man, finds a woman who's a na'ara betula, she's both a na'ara and she's a betula. Betula, she's a virgin. Na'ara means she's after the age of 12, but before she's a bogeret. Okay, in the halachic system, there's a couple levels of ages for young girls. There is ketana. Let's just make this ketana, which is anything less than 12 years old. Then there's na'ara, which is between the ages of 12 to 12 and a half. And then there's bogeret. When she's a bogeret, she's 12 and a half plus. Anything from 12, that's 12.5, 12 and a half. Anything greater, 12 and a half plus. So those are the three levels. So now we're talking about a woman who's a na'ara. The Torah says the following. If man finds a na'ara betula asher lo orasa, an unmarried na'ara, utfasa, and he lay hold on her, he grabs her, v'shachavima, and he sleeps with her, v'nimtza'u. In today's day and age, that's called, he rapes her. So then what is the punishment for this man? V'natana isha shochevima la'avia na'ara, he gives the father 50 kesef. He owes him 50 kesef. V'lo tiyeh li'isha tachat asher ina. He has to give her, she should be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He has ina, la'anot, inui. He has afflicted her. Lo yichal l'shalcha kol yamav. He took her virginity. He made her now difficult, if not impossible, to marry off. So he has to marry her. You can't just take a woman and then throw her away like yesterday's garbage. There's consequences to what you do. There are no criminal consequences in this case, which is a problem. It's something that we're not going to address in our discussion. So now, the question is, who has to pay this 50 chamishim kesef, this 50 kesef? Oh, let's move back. Chamishim kesef, who has to pay? So, the issue here is if she's a na'ara betula. If she's not a na'ara betula, then we're going to see you don't have to pay the 50 kesef. Let's look at the Mishnah. Elu na'arot she'esh lahem knas. These are the na'arot. Remember I said na'ara, so these are the kinds of women, the kinds of na'arot, young girls, that have a knas. Haba'al hamamzeret, if she's a mamzeret, okay? Meaning, she is not a kosher to marry her. Ve'al ha-netina. Netina is a woman from the Givonim. They were called netinim. The Bartuner explains, as we've said. Shem shenatnam Yoshua chotvei itzim v'shor aveimayim. The Givonim, they converted because they were afraid. So Yoshua said, okay, you can be the woodcutters and the water drawers, and then they're called netinim. But they're asurin lo valakal. You can't marry netinim. So if you raped a mamzeret or a netina, valakutit, or even a kutit, okay, that they're gerim. They were gerei arayot, but nonetheless, a kutit. Or haba la giyoret ala shavuya vala shivcha. Or if you raped the giyoret, convert, shavuya, a woman who was taken captive, or a shivcha, a woman who was a shivcha, a maid, and then shiriftu v'nidgaru v'nishtachvaru, they were either freed, or redeemed, or converted, pchutot mibno shalosh shanim v'yom echad, less than 3 years old and 1 day. We've learned this before, so we can assume that even if they were defiled when they were in captive, they still have their virginity halachically. So that's still a betula. Similarly, habal achoto, even if you rape your sister, v'alachot aviv, your father's sister, alachot imo, your mother's sister, v'alachot ishto, your wife's sister, v'al eshet achiv, your brother's wife, v'al eshet achi aviv, your father's brother's wife, your aunt, v'al nida, all these cases, a nida, a woman who is asura because she's a nida, she is menstrually impure, Okay, if you rape any of these women, they're all asur to you, mideoraita. In each of these cases, they're all asur. I'm sorry. Yesh lehem kanas. There is a kanas. Why is there a kanas? Afa pishein behi karet. The punishment for sleeping with any of these women is karet. So why is there a kanas? En mehem mitat beitin. There is no mitat beitin. There is no punishment in beitin. So here what the Mishnah is talking about, and we'll see this in a little bit, a couple of times. There's a halacha principle called kamle bid rabba mine. Meaning a person can't be punished twice, halachically, for the same act. So we say kamle, we give him bid rabba mine, the greater punishment. Meaning if you're a person is chayav mitat beitin, plus in the case the person killed somebody. So we say, okay, we're going to execute you. But when you killed him, the bullet ran through his shirt, ruining his shirt. So the family is seeking damages on the shirt. So we say, no, kamle bid rabba mine. We give him the punishment of mitah, and we don't give him the punishment of having to pay the knas. So here we have two punishments. A man raped a young girl, and he's chayav karet, but he's also chayav knas. Well, do you say the guy says, listen, hey, kamle bid rabba mine, I can't pay the 50 shekel to the father because I am getting karet. The Mishnah says no. If it's karet, when there's no mitat beitin, we don't enforce kamle bid rabba mine. Very interestingly, the Bartanura says, karet eno poter min tashlumin. As we said, if a person is chayav karet, he's not exempt from payment. Hani milei shelo hayta sham hatra. That's only if there's no warning. The guy, they didn't warn him with edim and say, don't do that rape. Avalim hayta sham hatra. Patur min haknas. Then he's exempt. Why? The kaim alan kol chay vekritot sheyutu behem lokim. If he has warning, then he gets malkod, he gets lashes. Ein adam lokeh u'mishalem. Person doesn't get lashes and also pay. Why? Because of this principle of kamle bid rabba mine. Stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.